Hola clase, esta noche vamos a hablar de algo nuevo. We're going to be talking about the present perfect. There are two steps in forming the present perfect. Your first step is the conjugation of the verb haber. Haber means to have. But not to have like tener means to have, like I have a pencil. It means to have as in to have done something. Let's fill in the six-pack for the verb to have. This is the present tense version of haber. Has, ha, hemos, habéis, han. So that was your first step. Now we're going to look at your second step of forming the present perfect, which is your past participles, participios pasados. Okay, so for AR verbs, all AR verbs, they're going to have this ending, ado. So you take the root of your word, meaning you take off that AR ending, so habl would be the root of my word, and I add ado. Hablado. Encontrar. That's a stem-changing verb. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any kind of difference with past participles. So that's going to be encontrado. If you have an ER or IR verb, your past participle ending is ido. So again, you take off your ending to get your root. So it's going to be comido. Oops. Comido. Meaning eaten. Vivir. Vivido. Okay, and again, these are past participles. These do not at all matter if you are talking about singular, plural, feminine, masculine. These past participles in the present progressive, or present perfect rather, will always end in O every single time. When you have two vowels that are back-to-back in ER or IR ending verbs, you will still keep that ido, but there will be an accent on the I. So leer would be leído. Caer would be caído. Just like everything in Espanol, of course, there are going to be some irregulars. So our first is, it's cut off right there. Abrir. Okay. Abrir is abierto. Cubrir, to cover. Cubierto. Decir, to say or to tell. Dicho. Escribir, escrito. Hacer, hecho. Morir, muerto. Poner, puesto. Romper, roto. Ver, visto. And volver, vuelto. Now, if you see a verb like devolver, or deshacer, or suponer, okay, they're always going to have that same ending. So devolver, for instance, would still be devuelto. Okay, aquí yo tengo un ejemplo. We have seen the movie. So as I had stated before, you have your first step of the verb haber. So haber nosotros is hemos. That's your first step. Your second step is your past participle. So ver. So your past participle of ver is going to be visto the movie, la película. Doesn't matter that we is plural. Visto will always just end in O. All the past participles will always end in O. Told the truth. So we have the yo form of haber, which is e. To tell is decir, so that's dicho. He dicho la verdad, the truth. La verdad. I have never been to Venezuela. Here I wanted to have an example where I have a no. You put no before your conjugated verb. So no. Now we're talking about I in the haber is e. Okay, been to. In English we say been to, but that's have gone to. So that's ir. So ir is not irregular. It's just plain ido to Venezuela. A Venezuela. Here's a very famous cascada, waterfall, in Venezuela. When you have pronouns, just as we've been learning, you put the pronoun before your conjugated verb. In present perfect, you have no other option. You can't put it between your haber and your past participle. You cannot attach it to your past participle. It has to go before your conjugated verb, always. Okay, so your conjugated verb is haber. So here, my pronoun is me. Okay, so my first step is my pronoun. So I've got me. They have, so that's going to be on. And then my past participle comes from the verb invitar. So, invitado. Me han invitado. Here I have a reflexive pronoun, to go to bed, acostarse. So, for Roberta, that's a ella. It's going to be se ha acostado. To include her name, you simply just put it at the beginning like you normally would. I just kind of skipped that step. So Roberta would go right there. Roberta se ha acostado. Okay, clase, that's it. Adios.